Here's another way to look at it. I was at this story hour once where somebody told a story about how they climbed Mount Everest, and that one of the things they were tired of being asked is, did you make it to the top? Because he said, well, that's not really the point. And from my perspective, I have no idea why somebody would want to climb Mount Everest. And I don't know what the point is. But as an autistic person, I have had to learn that in order to relate to other people, sometimes I have to show an interest in the things that interest them. So if they tell me about something they've done, in order to show interest, the best thing for me to do is to ask a question about that topic. And I don't have a list of questions on hand that are appropriate to ask at the time. So I have to ask the first question that comes to mind. When he says, I went to Mount Everest, the first question, of course, I'm going to think of is, well, did you make it to the top? You went to climb a mountain. I assume the point of climbing a mountain is to get to the top. Of course, I'm wrong about this. If it's an ignorant question, that's because I'm ignorant of the subject of climbing to the top of Mount Everest. And the only way I'm going to learn is if I ask that question. And it doesn't mean that it's a major red flag that I didn't know anything about the mountain. It just means that I am showing interest and I would like to know more information. So again, I'm just asking a question to get a response. And when you tell somebody that you are autistic, if they don't know anything about autism, they're going to ask you a question that may seem ignorant at first because, well, they're ignorant of autism. And this is your opportunity to share some information with them. And the thing is again, as an autistic person, when somebody gets defensive with me, if I've asked them a question, I'm not likely to want to ask them any more questions, and I'm even less likely to learn about the subject that is important to them. Just like I'm probably less likely to ask that person what Mount Everest was like.